Hi, good evening. Welcome. Thank you for joining. It's great to be here. This the first live session, first public live session I'm doing here on YouTube. It's great to do this. So it's feeling a little bit weird. It's feeling a little bit weird. I know the other times I've come on live on YouTube has been just for private training, and I've never made it public, just for private group coaching, group training. So, but this is my first live one. Okay, this is interesting, awesome. I've been saying that I need to come on live on YouTube. So, great, we're doing this. Awesome. And if you are seeing this, if you watch this, just type yes for me. Type yes, so that I know that you got to see this, and you got to see me in my awkward awkward moment. But yeah, that's what it is. Just so happy to get on the live session here on YouTube. Yes, 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 yes. So just very, very quickly, I'll just talk briefly about how to thrive in any economy. How to thrive in any economy. That's what I'll be talking about. Tomorrow is Father's Day. I almost forgot. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to you. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers and all the mothers who love them. We're just so grateful. We do a lot, sorry, as fathers, bear a huge responsibility. I just want to say big well done for everything that you do, to be that leader, to be that role model in your family, at home, at work, wherever you are. Big well done. And my sincere prayer for you is that you continue to enjoy more grace, you continue to enjoy more strength. Many times we put aside our desires to make sure the people around us are well taken care of, to make sure that they are happy, they feel loved, they feel safe, they feel protected. Um, my sincere prayer is that you will also in this season enjoy love, enjoy grace, enjoy protection, enjoy uncommon strength. That God will grant you the deepest desires of your heart, those desires that you don't share with so many people, but that those desires will be your song and testimony. Amen and amen. Great stuff. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'll be talking about how to thrive in any economy. It's very important to talk about this, especially because of these times that we are in. In my own country, Nigeria, not too long ago, the price of fuel went incredibly high, and as you can expect, so many other things, prices of not even so many other things, basically everything, prices has gone up. um, so it's quite challenging, really, and I believe that that's why it's very instructive for us to talk about these things, because what happens is that when challenges like this come up, the very first thing that comes to our mind, our first instinct, is usually to cut back, to eliminate, to ask ourselves, okay, what can I cut back on? What can I stop doing? What can I reduce? And while cutting back, it is a strategy to that is part of thriving. I think the challenge for most of us is that we end up cutting back on the wrong things. So we end up cutting back our dreams, we end up cutting back our goals, those things that we had planned on doing and achieving. So we're saying to ourselves, okay, you know what, it's not the right time for me to try to get into the best shape of my life. It's not the right time for me to do that business. It's not the right time for me to deepen my relationship. It's not the right time for me to go after, to level up in my career. Maybe when the economy improves, when times are more favorable, when the price of fuel goes down. Don't hold your breath. And so we keep putting off these things, but as a high performance coach, I say to every high performer, and the fact that you are watching this is proof that you are a high performer too. And so I usually say to every high performer that it's in times like this that we need to actually think differently. We actually need to look at things differently. And while every other person is saying reduce the size of your dreams because times are hard, as high performers, this is the time where we need to say to ourselves, we need to dream bigger because times are hard. And it's about thinking differently, understanding that another word for crisis time is growth time. This is the time for us to grow. This is the time for us to evolve. This is the time for us to rise up to the challenge, really. And because it might not look at it, but the truth about it is that every challenge and every crisis usually comes for our benefit. Don't crucify me, please, but you know deep down that this is true. It's the wise King Solomon. I love the way he put it. He says that it's not smart to stuff yourself with sweets, nor is glory piled on glory good for you. Now, what that simply means is that just like how you can't get the necessary nutrients that you need to grow physically just by eating candy, is the same way that we can't grow as individuals, personally and professionally, if things are always going our way all the time. If we're always just coasting, we're just right there in our comfort zone. We need to take our fruits and vegetables, and many of the time, those vegetables are not sweet, really, but it's for our good, it's for our benefit, because that's how we grow, that's how we mature, that's how we develop our muscles to move us up to the next level. And so it's just that reminder to us, right, that we know many of these things, but to that is this common sense that we have as high performers. Are we making it a practice? Are we putting it into practice? Are we joining all the naysayers and all the naysayers and all the people complainers who are just talking about how bad and how terrible things are, and just going with the flow? Or are we saying to ourselves, okay, perhaps this is the time to rethink, this is time to re-strategize, and to see this as our opportunity to grow, to see this as our opportunity to become better? Because if at any point in time you doubted that this is the time to grow, the writing on the wall now is just so clear. As in, is saying to you, how long are you going to wait to demand the best of yourself? That's just what it is. Everything that is happening around us right now is saying to us, is saying to you, is saying to me, Kayode, how long are you going to wait to demand the very, very best of yourself? How long are you going to wait to demand a life of excellence for yourself? And for me, that's just what it is. So this is not the time to shrink back. This is not the time to bury your head in the sand. This is the time to level up your game, to demand the very best of yourself. And for me, that's just what it is. That's why I want to share with you in the next few minutes, how do you demand the very best of yourself in this time, in this season, in these challenging times, so that we can be part of those people who thrive. And the first thing I would say is that, number one, we need to think in this way. We need to remember these three things. Number one is that crisis equals opportunity. Crisis equals opportunity. And that's just what it is, that in every crisis, the opportunities are there. The opportunities are available to you and to me, if we understand that that's just what it is, that crisis actually equals opportunity. Because most of the time we're always running around saying, okay, this is going wrong, this is happening, the price of fuel right now is almost 500 naira. But right there in that crisis is the opportunity. And not just any opportunity, but the opportunity for what I call ministry. That's right, the opportunity for ministry. And when I say ministry, I'm not talking about church, or I'm not talking about a government parastatal anywhere. I'm talking about is your opportunity for service. Another word for ministry is a leader, is leadership, is a leader, is being a role model. And so that's what we need to keep at the back of our minds, that this is our opportunity to lead. This is our opportunity to be a role model, to not be among the people who see a crisis and the first thing they want to do is to withdraw, to go into their shell, to go into their cocoon, and just be all about themselves. Now, while self-care and all that is very, very important, especially in a situation maybe where a plane is about to crash, that instruction comes from the pilot, right? That make sure you wear your own gas mask first before you assist somebody else. So that's very important. Self-care is very important. But we're saying that if we are going to thrive, then we need to look beyond ourselves to say, how can we solve problems for people? Because that's just what it is. How can we position ourselves to solve problems for people? What do people find meaningful right now? What are the problems that they want to get resolved right now? What are the problems they want solved right now? How can I position myself to solve those problems for them? These are the things that we need to have top on our minds right now as leaders, as high performers, as role models. And that's how we see the opportunity in every crisis. It's just so important. The number two thing that we need to remember is that opportunity equals opposition. Opportunity equals opposition. That's right. Most times, what we are thinking is that, oh, because we have unraveled and we have been able to identify the opportunity, we think that automatically qualifies us for reward. And I'm sure you, as a high performer, you know this, that there is nothing that trips us up on our journey towards performance other like having an entitlement mindset. There's nothing that trips up a high performer on their journey towards performance like having an entitlement mindset. And most times when we identify the opportunities, that's what happens. We have this entitlement mentality. Oh, I have this great idea. I have this awesome idea. We think that it makes us better than other people, and that every other person should abandon whatever the thing they are working on and come and support us. But the humbling thing is when we realize that people have their own dreams, people have their own goals there, and it might not have anything to do with you, no matter how important, no matter how life-changing that goal or dream that you have. As far as they are concerned, they don't want to have anything to do with it. There is nothing as humbling as that, really. And that's where the opposition starts from. And then it would have been great, well, not great, but okay, if it was just that, maybe it would have been manageable. But then you discover that apart from the fact that you are talking to people and nobody is giving you the time of day, it now also seems like life is just throwing everything at you to throw spanner into the works of that particular project that you are working on. A very expensive piece of equipment that was working perfectly fine all of a sudden just breaks down and stops working. um Everything that can go wrong possibly goes wrong. What is even more challenging is that this project that you are so hyped about, that you are so passionate about, just looks like it's going at nail speed, and you're wondering what in the world is going on. It's at times like this that some people are even hit with the loss of a loved one. And so that's just what it is, that we need to remind ourselves as high performers that just because we've identified the opportunity doesn't mean that we automatically qualify for the reward. What comes next is the opposition. And so my responsibility here is to remind you that it's part of the process. It's part of the journey. Really, this is what it is. This is part of what happens. Don't take that opposition as a sign to stop. Take it as your sign to press on, to keep moving forward, because it's proof that you are on the right track. It's perfect proof that you're on the right track. So this is not the time to stop. It's like that soon to be mother who in the labor room, because of the pains and aches she's going through, decides that the best thing to do is not to push out this baby, to just give up, and just to resign to fate. But that's just what it is, that this is not this time for you to give up. This is not the time for you to relent. This is the time for you to push on, and this is the time for you to press forward. That's what I came to remind you of this evening. And the third thing that we need to remember is that opposition equals promotion. So remember, I said crisis equals opportunity equals opposition, and opposition equals promotion. But you don't get to see the promotion unless, just like I said, you are willing to keep at it, you are willing to stay on, you are willing to press on. And then impressing on, just keep in mind that the end goal is not the opposition, because I guess that's what happens to us sometimes. Sometimes we almost want to like get used to the opposition. That's just the thing, and it's very helpful for us to actually remind ourselves like this, that the opposition is not the end goal. Things are not always going to be like this. Things are not always going to be like this. The payoff is coming, the reward is coming, the promotion is coming. As long as you stay future focused, one thing I can guarantee you is that the payoff is definitely going to come. And I'm sure you will say, "Kayode, how do you know that the payoff is coming?" Because I know, the reason why I know is because our world is governed by laws, our world is governed by principles. It's like the farmer that takes the seed and goes into the farm and puts it into the ground and gets a harvest. You can be sure that there is nothing that you do to take on something that is bigger than you that will not end up with a payoff. That's one thing I can guarantee you. And these things that I'm sharing with you are not just theory, is what happened practically to me, trying to host my first paid in-person seminar called the Seven Figure Pitch Seminar that took place some weeks ago. It's a real life experience that I'm sharing with you, the process that I had to go through to see that event happen, and how it turned out to be such a huge success, which I'm just so grateful to God for, and so grateful to everyone that supported me on that journey. Just so grateful to God. But I remember how several months ago that I was talking about the event, talking about the seminar. 3 months before the event, I was talking about the seminar and the event, and nobody gave me the time of day. Nobody was responding. But I kept at it. I kept talking about it. We'll go on live sessions, put it on all my social media platforms, talk to people. I remember I printed out letters, sent it out to people, different people that I knew, and I was not getting any response. But the interesting thing that happened was that 3 weeks to the event, I got a yes. One person signed up for the event. One person actually paid and signed up for the event. And for me, that was just so heartwarming. That was so encouraging, because at the end of the day, if you forget any other thing that I've said this evening, one thing I just want you to remember is that that's all you need, just one yes. Doesn't matter how many people might have said no to you, doesn't matter how many people might have turned you down. Just one yes can change everything. Not even can change, one yes changes everything. Just one yes that you get actually does change everything. And 24 hours to the event, guess what happened? I had 22 people. 22 people sign up for the event. 22 people sign up for the event. And then the icing on the cake was that on the day of the event, one person actually walked into the seminar and paid right there on the spot to attend the event. So you are talking about 23 people paid up to sign up for the event. And for me, that's just so heartwarming, that this taking a step to do something like this, that months ago when I had the idea for the event, my mind just kept telling me, "Carry, this absolutely doesn't make sense. Why would you want to organize an in-person event when most trainings, most seminars these days are happening virtually? It's something you are trying to do, something that is going to take more work, it's going to be more challenging, it's going to be more expensive. Who even knows you to want to even pay to attend an in-person event? What are you going to teach them for a whole day that is going to make sense?" And this was how I was going on and on in my mind. But what is so heartwarming, the testimony is that several weeks after the event, I still walked into an office last week, and a lady walked up to me and was just like, "Thank you so much for putting that event together." And the event wasn't free, just like I said. They paid for it, they signed up for it, but she was just saying, "Thank you so much for putting that event together." I for me, that was just so heartwarming. And the whole essence of coming on live on YouTube today, great, awesome. I did it. Yay, finally. It's just to say that this also can be your story. This also can be your testimony. And it just has to be. It just has to be. That's just why I'm here to share with you this evening. It just has to be because this is the time for it. This is the time for it. With everything that is going on right now, this is the time that people need that solution that you carry on the inside of you. You are the minister that people have been waiting for to administer that solution that you carry. How do I put this thing? I was listening to a podcast by Bernard Bouchard, hosted by Bernard Bouchard some days ago, and this lady was asking him, um, this is 2 months. I've just started my coaching business. And my question is, how do you do this when you are not feeling confident in yourself? You are not feeling confident to ask people to sign up and do coaching with you. You are not feeling confident to charge them what you think you should charge them. And I'll never forget Brendan's answer to her. He said, look, even if you ever had any reason to doubt yourself, don't doubt the industry. Because what happens is that this is a $1 billion industry right now where people are exchanging value, getting their problems solved. People are making money. So even if you doubt yourself, don't doubt the industry. This is the industry. It works. It works. And it's literally is what I'm talking about, that the world is full of problems. The world is full of problems. And are you going to be the one that is celebrating the problems, or are you going to be the one that provides the solutions to that problem? We're talking about billions of people in the world, millions of problems. You don't that's solve problems for a handful of people, and you are cashing out that money that you really want to make. You are taking care of yourself. You are able to afford that lifestyle that you want to live, even in this time, especially because of this time that we are in. So that's just my challenge to you. That's just my charge to you, that it's time to level up your game. Um, with everything that is going around, this is not the time for you to shrink back. This is not the time for you to be shy with your gifts, to be shy with that solution that you carry. This is the time that you need to be bold, that you need to go all out and be a loving person. This is the time for you to apply wisdom and be sensible, to strategically position yourself to get it done and solve problems for people. And that's why I'm here to say, hey, you can do this. Here I am doing this. Here I am. I just did my first live paid in-person seminar, had 23 people. This can also be your story. This can also be your testimony. And the beautiful thing is that next month, the second half of the year starts. I'm having a course called the $100 week. $100 week, a 30-day coaching program where I'm going to be hand holding you to show you how to make $100 in a week. A 30-day coaching program. For you to do that, you need to sign up for it, right? You need to be there. You need to be there. We're going to be 30 days of coaching, 30 days of accountability, 30 days of community. You just need to be there and be part of it. Going to be life changing, going to be life transforming. If you know that you are one of those people who is tired of just celebrating the fact and going on and on with everybody's talking about how bad and how terrible the economy is, but you want to be you want to be among the few who says, okay, what do I need to do? Or how do I identify the opportunities in this crisis? How do I take advantage of these opportunities? How do I keep moving forward despite the oppositions I face, so that I can enter into that promotion of that lifestyle, of those goals that I want to achieve? If you are one of those people, then you need to be part of the $100 week coaching program. Just send me a DM on Instagram at Kayode Kolade, the same with my YouTube name right here. Send me a DM on Instagram at Kayode Kolade with the words $100, and I'll send you the link to get signed up on that. You don't want to miss out of it. It's going to be life changing, going to be life transforming. You want to be there. Let's do it together and make it happen. The journey has started again. Just like how I was talking about the 7-figure pitch seminar and nobody paid attention until it was crunch time and everybody saw, oh wow, I need to be part of this, and they jumped on. Look, don't delay, don't delay, dally. Take advantage of the opportunity right now. Sign up, sign up, sign up, sign up. Get it done, and start making money on command. And just be a happy person. It's time to demand the best version of yourself. Let's make it happen. Let's do it, and let's get it done. Awesome stuff. Thank you so much, YouTube, for having me. Thank you so much, YouTube, for having me. First public live video on YouTube. Yay! Awesome. Done it. Looking forward to doing more of this very, very soon. Talk to you very soon. Enjoy your weekend. Happy Father's Day to you again. Do take care. Your greatness is very sure.